As there have been nearly 13 X-Men movies since the first one came out in 2000, it's only natural for your memory to go a little foggy and hazy when it comes to remembering all our beloved mutants and their abilities. Let's take a look at the X-Men franchise and the powers of the mutants. Don't forget to stick around for the best superpower of all the mutants at the end. At number 8, we have Mystique. Raven Darkholme is a character that is synonymous with charm. Raven's main powers and abilities include her athleticism, intellect, charisma, and her metamorphic abilities to shape-shift into whoever she desires. Mystique can consciously and psionically alter the formation of her biological cells, which is what help her become any human she wants. From her blue scaly form with the signature complementary yellow eyes is her truest form. Presented as the most devout followers of Magneto, her characterization in the movie is what uniquely sets her apart from the rest of the mutants, especially her arc as a rebel away from her brother figure, Charles Xavier. Our number 7 pick, Kurt Wagner's born with azure skin, a devilish tail, and 3 digits on each of his feet and fists. Nightcrawler is a force to be reckoned with. His main power is his teleportation ability, which is supplemented by his acrobatic movement and style, super strength and night vision, and he can cling to walls, a bit like Spider-Man, and subconscious spatial awareness make him an extremely valuable asset to the mutant team of the X-Men. Now we have Storm, our female powerhouse, at our number 6 pick. We can't possibly rule out Aurora Munro, aka Storm. She is one of the most formidable characters. Being a weather goddess, she is capable of manifesting the forces by nature, by creating lightning, tornadoes, blizzards, hail, and storm and rain because of her atmokinetic powers, to rival Thor's, I might add. Her precise control over the atmosphere allows her to create special weather effects, and she can harness precipitation at higher or lower altitudes than normal, produce whirlwinds, circulate ambient electromagnetism through her body to produce electric blasts, flash freeze objects and people, and coalesce atmospheric pollutants into the acid rain or toxic fog, along with a natural ability to summon wind currents strong enough to support her weight to elevate herself or others and fly at high altitudes and speeds. But we can't help but be a bit sad that Storm's character potentially isn't ever explored in much detail. If you look at it, she's seen as the alpha level mutant with omega potential, but in X2 X-Men United we see Aurora as the teacher at Professor X school. But I suppose it is what it is. Counting down to number 5, we've got Cyclops, and while Scott Summers may be overshadowed by other characters, there isn't a doubt that he's a force to be reckoned with. He was taken in by Charles Xavier at a young age to learn with him to control his then destructive powers. Cyclops later comes on to be the field leader of the X-Men because of his loyalty to Professor X and his knack for strategy and tact development. His central power compromises of his optic blast, which is a powerful beam of ruby-colored force from his eyes. His power acts in a similar way to pressurized water jets used to cut metal with precision. We can't rule out Cyclops' unparalleled spatial awareness, as he can tailor optic his blast to ricochet and reflect off those objects in a trajectory to his preference. Cyclops has also been observed causing beams to reflect over dozens of surfaces in the course of one blast and can still hit his intended target accurately. Needless to say, it's if anyone who's the smartest in the room, it's Scott Summers, even if Logan might not admit that. At 4, we have Professor Charles Xavier, who is known as Professor Xavier in the movie franchise. He definitely makes his way onto the list as one of the most powerful characters. Charles Xavier is a natural telepath, being capable of mind control, able to erase memories and read and project thoughts, and navigation tracking, often with the help of Cerebro because of his telekinesis. With the powers of his mind, he can sense all other mutants and other people and find out and locate where they are with the help of Cerebro. His set of powers, however, are some of the most unique. According to sources, he is said to possess the most powerful brain in existence. His telepathic powers enable him to deeply read, assess the minds of others and manipulate them by projecting his own thoughts into their minds. When synced to Cerebro, he can connect to every mind on the planet throughout every galaxy. He has also developed his powers into utilities like telepathic illusions, telepathic cloaks where he can mask himself and others' tangible presence from the observer, and controlling the minds of people with ease. Don't we all wish we had a brain like Professor X? 3 sees our favorite protagonist, Logan, aka Wolverine. Logan is perhaps the most recognizable character of the series. He was initially named James Howlett, but after having his memory wiped clean, he took up the alias of Logan. Logan possesses superhuman healing abilities that will let him stay eternally youthful, enabling him to regenerate damaged or destroy tissue with a far greater efficiency than the ordinary human. His healing is supplemented with his superhuman strength and endurance, and due to adamantium implants in his skeleton, which is the aftermath of the Weapon X experiment. To give you guys an example, he has nearly 100 pounds of adamantium implanted in his human skeleton that has rendered his original musculature and skeleton of no use. Along with superhuman physical prowess, Wolverine also reveals later that his mind is conditioned to be resistant to telepathic invasion due to the high level of psionic shields implanted in his mind by Professor Charles Xavier. His powers have enabled him to battle with the likes of Omega Red for nearly 18 hours non-stop, Magneto, and some others who have overpowered him. In our penultimate pick, we have our central antagonist of this series, everyone's favorite villain, Eric Lenshier, or Magneto. Having a deep-rooted history at the Nazi concentration camp and being a victim of the Holocaust, his character is shown as being deeply skeptical and mistrusting of humans. Magneto possesses the ability of magnetokinesis, which lets him channel, manipulate, and produce magnetic fields that exist organically or artificially. Magneto can retain total control of an entire planet's electromagnetic field and manipulate it to his liking with ease, which is done by a geomagnetic link. Magneto has used his magnetic prowess to stop armies as seen in Days of the Future Past and raise islands from ocean floors, move mountains, and change the course of rivers, and threaten to devastate the world with apocalyptic floods and continent-splitting earthquakes. Needless to say, he parallels, if not exceeds, Charles Xavier as one of the most powerful mutants to exist. Along with magnetic manipulation, he can also use a magnetic field to levitate and take flight. But this isn't it, folks. Perhaps the coolest in all of Magneto's arsenal is his matter manipulation. Magneto can at will manipulate matter at a subatomic level for a variety of purposes. Therefore, he can at will change the materiality of matter itself. An extended power-up his also includes transmuting matter, as he is able to shape, absorb energy, matter, and manipulate it. All of these abilities make him one of the most powerful mutants on the planet Earth, and make no mistake, he is aware of it. Now, before we reveal our best mutant superpower, if you like this video, press the bell icon and subscribe to Movie Spotlights for more videos like these. Feel free to drop a comment below and let me know the most awesome X-Men power of all time. Coming in at number 1, our most powerful mutant, our top pick is Jean Grey, who is perhaps one of the most intimidating and viciously strong mutants. With her telekinetic and telepathic powers, is the most powerful of the X-Men Cinematic Universe's Omega level mutants, and dangerously so. She is capable of moving and lifting massively big objects with just her thoughts and peeking into the minds and controlling them with no problem. Interestingly, Jean hints at precognitive abilities in X2 X-Men, which is different from her comic book version. And if you've ever noticed, in the opening scene at the museum, hushed, intrusive voices dominate Jean's mind, and with a careful listen, fans may recognize lines spoken later on in the film. So Jean Grey continues to dominate with her dynamic abilities, culminating in an impactful and moving self-sacrifice to date that makes fans jerk a few tears. As she becomes a phoenix, her abilities let her create and control flames at will, as well as control and manipulate pure matter, energy, and thoughts completely. In typical Phoenix fashion, she is shown to be able to resurrect herself after death because the Phoenix is able to generate cosmic flames which are not dependent upon oxygen. Her fire and flames are created either through a cosmic energy or her abilities to stimulate molecules which generate heat. As if that wasn't enough, she can also cause paralysis and amnesia via her mind. She's a powerhouse of a character. If you like our video, I think you'll love this video where we see Battle of Superpowers in our top DC versus Marvel superpower list. Click here to watch it now.